We're getting ready now for the Olympics, and there's a pest control company which has been killing stray dogs in Sochi for years. They said they have a contract to exterminate more of the animals now throughout the Olympics. Alexei Sportkin, Director General of a pest control firm over there, said his company is involved in what he describes as catching and disposing of dogs. Now, he refused to specify whether they shoot or poison the dogs or say that they take their corpses and move them elsewhere.
Mm-hmm. Remember the scene in Forrest Gump where he's talking to Bubba, and Bubba tells him all the different ways you can make shrimp? There's deep fried shrimp, there's shrimp on a stick, there's shrimp sandwich. Well, tell us all the ways you can dispose of a dog.
I wouldn't know that.
Oh, I think you know a little.
Sorokin said his company is doing an important job because there are thousands of stray dogs roaming the streets of Sochi, and some of them are biting children. Oh, well, then you get rid of them. See, if they bite 80-year-old ladies, that's fine.
That's not a crime. That's not even tragic.
But if they would bite children, a teacher, if they would bite, let's see, who else is it important if they bite? A Red Cross worker, bite somebody who's planting trees and trying to reforest a burned out area.
Well, it's true.
Then it's a serious problem. But if they just bite Mark Wilson, or if they just bite your dad or your brother, it's not that big of a deal. According to Associated Press, we had a couple that went golfing down there one day in Mexico, and they were on like the 16th hole, and they had just stopped and got a whole bunch of sandwiches and potato chips and stuff, and were sitting there eating, and approached the green down there on, I don't know, it was number 16 or something. So they left their half-eaten sandwiches and their potato chips in their cart while they went out to putt. And when they did that, 4 of those little raccoon-looking animals came running out of the woods, ran up on their golf cart, stole their sandwiches and potato chips, and then ran back into the woods.
I don't doubt it.
It looked just like a Disney show from back in the 60s with Rodney the Raccoon or whoever it was. Even the animals are corrupt down there.
It's true.
A Maine auction house that sold a 148-year-old baseball card is now selling even older baseball memorabilia that features a Union team that was decimated by a Civil War battle. Saco River Auction Company said it has a scorecard, 4 tickets, and 3 concession passes from an 1862 game that featured the Washington Nationalists and the 71st Regiment of the New York Militia. Those items are up for auction on February 19th. The militia won the game in 1861, but lost the rematch the following year because several members of their team were killed in the Battle of Bull Run.
Oof.
That's something the Yankees at least don't have to worry about. Okay.
Yeah, steroids don't look so bad,
No,
do they?
they sure don't.
My mom and dad went with you guys to Mexico.
Oh, yeah?
Tom and Carla Moore.
Oh, yeah.
So they had a good time, so keep it up.
Well,
Keep up
holy
the good work.
cow. You know, you guys might be expecting another brother or sister. God, they were on each other this trip.
Oh,
Great. That's all he needs.
God, no.
There's still a little fire in that romance.
Oh, yeah. Gosh, come on.
Oh, boy.
Okay,
right.
see ya.
Too much information. All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
bye.
Well, if salt water acts as a birth control, they'll be fine.
And that's all we can really tell you.
You know how my luck goes.
Mm-hmm.
When we were leaving Cancun, we had some extra time, so we were at the airport there,
Yeah.
and we were going to have some lunch or something to eat before we got on the plane. So we go over to that little Margaritaville restaurant there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it was really crowded.
It was.
The airport was really busy.
Yeah.
And the tables there are very, very close.
Yeah.
I mean, like almost they can breathe on you close because they try to get as many people in as they can.
Oh, a guy can lean over and pick off your plate.
So we had a table for 2, and there was a table for 2 right next to us, which had about 2 feet of space between the 2 tables. So we just ordered up some chicken nachos and stuff, and we're going to have a snack. And the couple next to us, they were just finishing, and guy and his wife, and they were just finishing up their pops, and they were about to leave. And here comes our waitress, and she brings this beautiful place of hot chicken nachos, smelling good. We got cold drinks and everything, and we're about to dive in, and this little Mexican comes up to the guy sitting right next to the table and says, "Shine, mister?" He said, "Yeah, I'll have a shine." So the guy shines his feet. Shines his shoes, points his feet right at our table. I mean, it's like almost under our table. This guy gets out this airplane glue smelling shoe polish and starts lathering up this guy's shoes. Mark, you couldn't even smell the nachos.
Really?
All you could smell was the shoe polish. And I'm thinking, really? Really? You know, can you point it the other way at least?
Could you get outside the restaurant where people are trying to eat?
Stick your toes in my face and get your shoe polish out and smell the whole place. It took him 5 to 10 minutes to do this guy's shoes.
Wow.
Sure. And going with the rag, the guy had probably just been in the bathroom and missed. Had stuff on his shoes. All these
you don't know that.
These airborne particles are floating up on our chicken nachos. I thought, are you kidding me? Get me out of here. A 78-year-old Kalispell man who told police he had sex with a prostitute after about $4,500 in forged checks were written on his account has been given a 3-year suspended sentence. District Judge Robert Allison gave Milton Corder the suspended sentence on Thursday and ordered him to pay $1,650 in fines and surcharges. He pleaded guilty to paying $1,600 to the 24-year-old woman to have sex with him between September and October. If that's all he paid, he actually got off pretty cheap.
Where can a guy get a deal like that?
September, October, 2 months. You husbands out there, $1,600.
Is that all he had to pay?
That's like 3 trips to American Eagle and 1 to Eddie Bauer, and that's about it. So $1,600, really not that bad of a deal. And you talk about a selfie. The Food and Drug Administration is now approving the PillCam colon. It's a high-speed video camera in a pill that you swallow. It's a pill cam. Will help doctors screen things like the large intestine for polyps and other early signs of colon cancer. The technology actually has roots in the Missile Defense Department. Was developed by an Israeli company, but once you know it, Mark, you go in and they violate you, and now they got a pill cam.
Yeah, well, see, the violation part, the procedure itself is not the bad part.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you still got to do the clean out part so the camera can see.
Oh, yeah, the lens would be dirty otherwise.
So that's still the worst part, and you'll still have to do that.
Yeah, it's not like the Super Bowl. You can't call down to the cameraman, hey, wipe the lens off. Would you? There's rain on it.
This must be a brand new thing on Facebook, and it says, here's my Facebook movie, and it shows a collage of a bunch of pictures. And I'm thinking, oh, good. More pictures of you again that I've already seen, and all at once? Yeah, I want to see that. Only 136 days till summer. Got some things here that somebody posted that was pretty funny about. I don't know if you grew up on a farm. If you grew up on a farm, you didn't need a gym for a workout or a tan. You didn't play with your food at the table because you did that before it got there.
That's good.
I've said this one to Paul before. You give directions not by streets, but by fields and landmarks.
Right.
Everybody in the family knows to be quiet when the weather forecast comes on. You learned early on where your loyalty would be, green or red. And forget ladders. We've got loader tractors where they're cleaning gutters, trimming trees, or hanging Christmas lights.
Absolutely. A few weeks ago, I had a chance to talk to, I think her name was Jill Purcell from Red Lodge. Mm-hmm. Remember when we were announcing that raffle they were doing? Because they wanted to go on the trip, and they had that Cat Grizz ticket package they were selling.
Right.
They made over $2,000 in that.
Good for them.
Yep. So good for the kids out there trying to raise money for their own trips, and even better if they raise money for their own college education and their own homes and their own cars and pickups and cell phones and insurance. Even better. Uh-huh. That would be nice. little fundraiser once in a while to help out. And that's all I got, Mark, unless you want to wrap it up with some humor today.
Got some farming humor. One day, traveling salesman stopped by the farmer's house, knocks on the door. Farmer's wife answers the door. He said, "Ma'am, is your husband around?" She said, "Yeah, he's over at the cow barn." Salesman says, "Well, I got some important items to show him. Will I have any difficulty finding him?" She goes, "Well, you shouldn't. He's the one with the beard and the mustache."
There you go. Farmer humor.
Well, a lot of people make resolutions in the new year to get in better shape, and Paul's done that. He's now working from a copier that's a couple blocks away.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, I'm getting my exercise in today.
You look good, by the way.
Thanks. Macedonia's parliament has now adopted a bill that imposes chemical castration on repeat sex offenders convicted of sexually abusing children. Now, the country's leading child protection group said that law is still too lenient.
Mm-hmm.
Their child protection group, which has campaigned for that procedure to be imposed on pedophiles, Wednesday said the penalty should be mandatory for even first-time offenders.
That surprises me. You'd still be for the chemical one.
Well, for California. Not out here. They'd have to ban our library. Keep sexual predators out of that if they lived here. No doubt about that. Just kidding. Sometimes. Not that time. Cat Country News Time is 8:40. News Time is 8:40.